we have the Gale Great, the Italian stallion now, out of Jesi, Italy.
Yes.
The one, the only, Mickey McConnell.
Mickey McConnell. How are you, brother? You're on the Vinny and Robo Show.
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I know it's early morning for you over there, but just real quick, right now you are the starting general for the Jesi team in Italy, and you are averaging 18 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and shooting 53% from the field. Is it safe to say that your game has transferred over quite nicely, Mick?
Yeah. I mean, I fell into a good situation over here where we don't really have another point guard, so I end up playing like 38, 39 minutes a game, which, I mean, I'm not going to complain about, but I think that's definitely helped a lot earlier in the season where I could kind of play through some of my mistakes and get used to the international game a little bit and just kind of the professional game.
Yeah, no, you mentioned a good thing, the international game. It's a lot different from the game over here in the United States. What's the one thing you've had to adapt to, including, rule changes, style of play overseas that is different from over here in the U.S.?
I'd say a lot of the footwork on offense is different. They call a lot of travels over here. There's certain things that you can't do over here that you can do in the States, which like a lot of the Americans grow up learning. So it's taking some adjustment on some of the footwork, and then there's some rules where if the ball's on the rim, you can hit it off, which still doesn't make sense to me, but I gotta get used to all that.
Yeah, no, I bet the big men over there make a living off that stuff, cleaning up the boards. Yeah, no, that's great. Now, how are you enjoying Italy right now and the place that you're at, and some of your teammates and whatnot? Kind of describe that whole transition from collegiate to the professional side of things.
Yeah, I mean it's been a good transition. I think that the town I'm in been great. It's not a huge town. It's pretty similar to Moraga, so that was a good transition.
Nice.
And it helped a lot of my teammates speak English. My coaches speak English, so that's helped out a bunch. And then I have 2 other Americans. I have another rookie who played at Penn State, Jeff Brooks, and then I have a 37-year-old guard who played at Notre Dame back in
no big deal.
The ageless wonder, huh?
Notre Dame in the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
This is the Vinny and Robo Show. We're talking directly on the international hotline to Gale Great, Italian superstar Mickey McConnell. Mickey, this is Vinny, and obviously soccer is huge where you're at. So I'm just trying to gauge and help our listeners gauge where the support for professional basketball is in Italy compared to, let's say, over here in the States.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Obviously, I think soccer is way above basketball. It's not even a question. But we've had a pretty good support system the whole year. It's not great, but I think a lot of it has to do with soccer. And if there's soccer games on TV or in the area, I think people tend to be moved more towards soccer than they are basketball. But I think it's definitely on the rise a little bit, and the more good players that they have coming through the leagues, I think it helps a lot.
Now, I don't know if you were a soccer fan or not prior to you moving to Italy, but has being over there made you a soccer fan? And if so, what team? Where's your allegiance lie?
No, I mean, it hasn't really changed me much. I do know that the U.S. beat Italy in the friendly a couple weeks back, so
That's
me and
right.
the other Americans were kind of giving it to my Italian teammates on that. But
That's great.
that's about as far as my soccer knowledge goes.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, I hear you. But as I don't know if you've been able to follow your fellow Gales much, but they had a good run this year. Not as good as you and Omar's 2010 run that got to the Sweet 16. But were you able to follow them at all this year? And do you miss playing for the Gales and being at McKeon Pavilion?
Yeah, I got to follow him quite a bit. Some of the games came on ESPN America over here, and then I could find some of them online. So I got to see quite a few, and I keep in touch with quite a few guys. But yeah, it's an adjustment professionally coming from college, because in college you're so close to all your teammates and you're around them pretty much 24/7, and you start in the summer and then you pretty much go for the next 4 years. You never get away from them. So that was definitely an adjustment. But the other thing too is the crowds in McEwen, and just kind of having that fan support of people you see every day was one thing that kind of took some time to get used to.
Were you able to fill out a bracket this year?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about that.
I was going to ask, how's that looking?
Nah, after the first day, I think I was done. I stopped looking at it after that.
Same here. I had too many red X's on mine.
Yeah, no, good call.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes. You know, you never know what happens in March Madness. But and here's another little thing here for you, Mick. You know, most don't know, but you were drafted by the Dodgers last year in the 36th round. And the fun fact is that you were drafted before any SMC baseball player was. If B-ball doesn't work, any chance you might be lacing up the spikes to play a little middle infield?
I don't know. It's been a while. It might be too long, but maybe when I'm home this summer, I'll kind of get out my glove and a bat and kind of see if I have anything left. But hopefully I can make a good run at professional basketball and have this take me even farther than this. So I'm hoping to do that. But I mean, if it comes down to it and I have no career in basketball, then I might have to give it a shot.
Absolutely.
So what is your next step, Mick? Where do you see yourself going the next 3 years? I mean, is this a 5-year European tour, if you will, and then you try and make your way in, or is this a year-by-year basis? How's that work?
Right now it's year by year. I mean, my main goal, obviously, is to try to get in the NBA, and it didn't work out to my advantage with the lockout last year because there was no summer league and things were kind of out of whack. So I'm hoping this summer come back and get on a summer league team and just do what I can to see if I can make an NBA roster and kind of go from there. But if not, I'd be more than willing to come back over here to Europe, and it would probably still be a year-by-year thing, but there's a lot of great players over here, great league. So if it had to be over here, then that'd be fine too. Yeah, no,
and Vince that was a good question there. I'm interested in that. Is there have you heard anything of potential not offers, but little invites to play in the summer leagues this year? And if that's a high interest, what have what's the one part of your game that you've definitely worked on that you would think that separates you from the others in terms of what you can provide for a team? If you could elaborate on any of that for us.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard much. My agent tries to deal with a lot of it, and right now we're kind of getting in the stretch, getting close to the playoffs. So I'm trying to put all my focus on us making the playoffs and seeing how far we can go with that. But I think just coming over here, I thought I'd have a bigger adjustment, but a lot of the stuff we did at St. Mary's and the way we played using the pick and roll a lot helped me transition my game over here. So I think still my ability to use the pick and roll and probably just run a team will be one of my biggest assets going into an NBA type situation.
The floor general.
Great stuff, Mick. But before we let you go, because I am a paisano, if you will, Sapienza, so I have to ask you, what was the biggest, culture shock when you made your way over to the boot?
The language obviously is tough, and I mean, still to this day, it's tough. At restaurants and stuff, I'm fine ordering, and on the court, I'm fine. But as far as like everyday conversation, you kind of just walk around, and it's just kind of like white noise everywhere.
Just hope for the best.
Yeah, and we went and spoke at a school last week, and there was like 6-year-old kids trying to speak to me in Italian, and I had no idea. So I mean, that's been the biggest biggest thing so far. I'd say.
How's the pizza over there? I heard it's pretty good.
No, yeah, the food's been great. A lot of pastas and pizzas, so there's definitely no shortage of food.
Yeah, no, for sure. Everyone loves the food over there. And before we let you go, Mick, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. But just for all the Gale fans out there, just give them a little shout out. And what's the best thing about playing pro basketball?
I would say no class. Not having to worry about class and stuff like that. The thing I do miss is being on the college campus was nice. You get to see everyone and all that, but definitely the class, not having class helps out the time.
Yeah, and I saw that your parents went over there to visit you. How was that time, and how much fun did they have, and you have having them out there to watch you play?
No, yeah, it was great. It was nice for them to kind of see what I've been emailing them and Skyping them about since I got here, and they can kind of get a first-hand look at what Italian basketball is like and what Italy's like, and just basically what I do on a daily basis, which is basically just lay around and watch TV shows and go to practice. But no, it was great having them out here.
Yeah, no, well, Mick, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for coming on the Vinny
so
and
much,
Robo
Mick.
Show. You did a great job, and
Miggy!
we wish all the best from you as well as the St. Mary's faithful. And, shout out to them as they'll all be listening today. And I hope you enjoy your stay out there in Italia. And
have a slice for us.
Yeah, and then keep up the good work, all right? And hopefully we can have you on the show in the off season and maybe see where you're heading next, all right?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's our pleasure, Mix. Great job.
Thank you.
That was Mickey McConnell.
Hey,
Gale, great Italian superstar.